have a motion, we come out of executive session.
Make a motion.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All in favor? Okay, as to our real estate discussion, there was no decision. The second issue on personnel. We have a separation and release agreement with our former finance clerk for wages and compensation, as well as any and all other claims by Ms. Rita Kirby. Gentlemen, do we have any comments, discussion on that at this time? Mr. Sullivan?
The only thing we have to go by is a calendar that she had marked with her comp time on it. And I've never known of this board or previous boards paying comp time to department head. And, but before we're hung out to dry, William Simon initialed this. So this alleviates the opening the door for, unless we can close it tight for future acts of this nature. If this was, she was on the other foot, she was here, she'd be the first to argue the question that we didn't pay comp time to department heads. Various notes, various letters to us, or emails and so on and so forth have come in, and it's been one number and then another number, and finally we settled on one number here. And but the 3 weeks that she worked, the last 3 weeks she worked, there was nothing posted. There was no budgets that was put in the system. Various things that just went wrong, but yeah, she's offering her help to come back and help us. So, but anyway, I don't know why the HR didn't get a better handle on this, if she was gonna turn in comp time, or anybody was gonna turn in comp time, other than taking and putting it on the calendar that was written with the same pen, basically the same day, it looks like, all the way through. We have, over a period of 8 years, we have paid Mr. and Mrs. Kirby in the sum of almost $1 million in taxpayers' money. This comes from out of the HR down there. That's the two of them together. Anyway, it was over a period, Ms. Kirby from 09, she constantly got a raise up to the year 16. From 31,000 when she took office in 09, 010 it went to 40,000, 11, 49,000, 12 it went to 51,000, 13 it went to 53,000, 14 it jumped to 56,000. 2015 it went to 59, and with what she will probably get here tonight, she made more than her husband did. This should bring her up to like 76,000 in 1 year. For Mr. Kirby, his set pay is like 75,000. And so both of them combined together over an 8-year period is just a few $1,000 less than $1 million. So then, you know, like I say, then comes back as, well, I take it as it's I guess you call it blackmail. But anyway, we'll see what these other two guys do. That's all I've got for Aunt Ray about.
This is the separation agreement that we're discussing is for an gross amount of $13,622.07. And I also struggle with this myself. However, separating anything else is just strictly looking at the taxpayer dollars, which this is. If we went to court, the potential liability on this for the county could be much more significant than that. Certainly, if you hire a specialist in labor law, you're going to pay high dollars for multiple attorneys. and the estimate on that would be multiple times more than this amount. So simply to put this behind us, as we said, to release the county from any other claims in the past, so we could move forward with a clean slate. This agreement, $13,622.07, is what our former finance director says will allow us to move forward. Mr. Johnson, what comments do you have, sir?
I mean, first of all, I've not been aware, and the finance director, as far as my knowledge, for a year and a half, has worked for the Board of Commissioners. And during that time, the finance director did work on the Board of Commissioners. I never was under the assumption that she nor any other salaried employee was accruing comp time. You know, and then when I get shown this calendar, you know, we talk about how professional everything was. And any of you can see this if you want it. But this is the type of records like the roads I talked about earlier that were put on there that they just kind of appeared. So just for a few examples of how unorganized this county and how mismanaged it's been, this is a perfect example. This is how our financial director kept up with her comp time, in which we're now having to, it's either pay this or, I mean, I don't know. This is a lot cheaper. We'll have to pay that for a retainer, just to hire an attorney. But just for every taxpayer to know, I was not aware that anyone was accruing, especially our financial director, comp time. A copy of this, any of y'all can get. And if we were, I figure we've been recorded in a whole different way. But, you know, no matter what was recorded or not recorded, these initials on here by William Simons, okay, these initials, I guess it kind of in a way, it binds the county, because what he's saying is every bit of this is true. Every bit of this is true. Well, I don't understand, and if I'm not misunderstanding, the chairman's already paid 30-something.
3,200 and something, he's already approved for her. He approved 3295.60. Is what he approved before he left. That was just under his spending limit.
This was last year, correct?
This was last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
So actually, this amount here is gonna grow, and what did you just say?
The amount here is $13,622.07.
So what number did he just say?
3295.60. So you're looking over $16,000.
16,822. So really the number 16,822 is what's really being paid for comp time in 1 year. That's as much as a lot of people in this county make in 1 year. Okay, so that's, must have been working real hard, is all I know. And I did not partake in the voting of terminating our financial director for obvious reasons. But, you know, at that time, I have never, ever been aware that comp time was being accrued. So I want everyone to understand that I'm not too happy about having to pay this, because I wished I would have known. But it's just like Fannin County's been around for 30-something years. William CS, William Simons, he still haunts us and he's not even here.
Another thing
So he's approved this, so I'm guessing it binds us. And I hope this is the last encounter we have to have of something that I'm sure all these people knew. I'm sure Mr. Simons and Miss Kirby knew that she did work for the board. But you see who the two are taking care of everything?
And also the last raise
he's
that she
signing
got.
off.
Also, Mr. Johnson, the last raise she got when she was working under the board come directly from Mr. Simon.
You know, I mean, I'm not aware of any raise, I'm not aware of any comp time, I'm not aware of any of that. And I did partake in the termination over, but now this, it's sad to me to say that this is gonna be cheaper than the alternative. So I guess if you're asking for the opinion, I am of the opinion that after paying this amount, taking away from what the chairman has already paid before he left office, and what he signed, and which is binding us now, it could cause us further problems. And from the emails and stuff I've received stating what else might happen, I mean, I don't see any other way myself for the county to get out of this and just move ahead and hopefully everybody calm down, stop being mad, and stop saying that the county owes them money than to approve this. So that's my 2 cents.
You have any further comments, Mr. Sotheby?
Got one to go.
Okay. Well, having said all that, I will make the motion that this Board of Commissioners pay the total gross amount, $13,622.07 to Ms. Rita Davis Kirby. And I reiterate, to settle all claims for wages and compensation, as well as any and all other claims. And this gives the county a free and clean release of any obligations pertaining to our former finance director from now and forever. So I make that motion that we do that. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Those opposed? Okay, it passes 2-1. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
Make a motion.
I'll make that second. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Oh.